Hey YouTube, how's it going? Buster here, Adventure Biker. So, this is another live, and the reason why we're going live tonight is because it's ABR next week. So, we're going to bring in teuchteronabike as normal, and then we've not got Gary this week, but we have got Tarkadal.
Hello there.
How you doing? You all right?
I'm good.
Good. So, what we normally do at the start is we'll just talk about what we have been up to and what we've got coming up. So because I'll go first this time. So have you not? We've been on since the Tour de Faf, haven't we?
Yeah,
Tour de Faf. So this month I haven't really been doing much. I'm just prepping for the ABR because that's coming up. That's next week. I leave on Wednesday morning, and apart from that, that's pretty much it. So Ron, what have you been up to, and what you're going to get up to?
Well, like you, I've not been up to much simply because the weather's been garbage. Plus, I've been quite busy at home, so not been out much. I think the last time I was out on the bike was when I came up to see you last weekend, and that was actually a really nice run. I enjoyed that. The roads are dead because there's no lorries on them, or no lorries in the 76. So I had a great fun up there. Coming up, I'm not going to the ABR, so I don't know what I'm going to be doing this month. But yeah, I'm going to be out. There's a couple of things I want to do and want to do videos on. So I'm going to be going out just to actually literally just to make videos for one of the days anyway.
Good stuff. Tarkadal, Alan, what have you been up to and what you're going to be getting up to?
I've not actually been out that much. Me and a couple of mates went camping out by Loch Ken, and not by any means wild camping, but we took the bikes, and one of the lads has a camper, so he took that. So it was a good laugh.
Good stuff.
Glamping then.
Glamping, which was just glad he brought it with the midges. To tell you that.
So,
evening,
what are you going to be getting up to then? Have you got anything planned for?
Not in the immediate future. No. I did think about ABR, but it's too far.
There's you with a new bike, and you've not even been out much.
I know. I did the commute. I tried my commute to work when my office is in Glasgow.
How did that go?
It was all right, actually. Yeah, it's just that kind of final stage that's the busy bit.
Aye. Yeah. What way did you go?
Just straight up 74.
Straight up the motorway.
Yeah, and it's not too bad. Once you get into Glasgow, it's just minutes off the 74. So
right,
it was pretty good. And then come back scenic route via air.
You probably drove by my house. Probably right by my house.
That's about it.
So, right. So what's the go? You're the topic man. What's the next
one? So what I was going to do is, so Alan Tarkadal. So to stop confusion, because you're both called Alan. Buster's going to be called Buster, and Tarkadal's going to be called Alan, just so there's no confusion. But seeing as Alan's joined us, we met, or I've met Alan before, but you two only met at the Tour de Faf.
Yep.
And Alan has met the other guys at the same time. So I really just wanted, it's probably the first time that Alan's ridden in as big a group.
100%.
He only joined us for the one day because he does that work thing. These poor people that have got to still work. So I just wanted Alan to give us a wee rundown of what he thought of, well, mostly just riding in such a big group, but also meeting the guys and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, meeting the guys was awesome. I mean, been watching their videos for about over a year now, a couple of years maybe even. Hard the time just slips by, but chatting to the guys on the chats all the time, and then actually sort of meeting up is really nice. It's and every one of them was a top bloke, so it was good to meet. But yeah, like you say, it's definitely the biggest group. I think 3 of us is the most I've ever ridden with before.
Where
So-
did we stick you? Were you kind of close to the back? I know Steve always goes at the back.
But yeah, I was definitely at the back.
Well, I was going to ask, how did you find? Obviously, I've been riding for years, and so is Teuchter, and I've rode in big groups. So, how did you find it riding in such a big group, being quite a new rider, and riding with different people with different skills of riding? How did you find that?
Yeah, I mean, it did feel like I was holding people up. Steve and Joe, and they're very gracious to
They
stick
were.
with me.
They're well. Steve is not a slow rider, but Joe likes to take his time and enjoy the scenery and things. So I don't think you were holding anybody up.
It is that it definitely felt like that. Like towards the end, when we were starting to go like the Castle Douglas way and up through back up, it because Alex at my comms, because I've got the only one with the Senna, mine was attached to Alex. So then I lost that as soon as he buggered off with you guys.
Right.
And then that was it. Just felt a bit like you couldn't speak to the guys and you were holding them up, and it was just getting a bit. But
right.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. By the way, I should say.
You know the moral of the story of that is, didn't you? Get your silicado.
Listen, we've had this argument with. I had this argument with him before, but it's proper mates rather than occasional mates like I am.
The thing is, when it was connected, it worked great.
It did, aye, but I don't know. It was just it's just technology. It always gives us problems. But I mean, from our perspective, you certainly weren't holding anybody up, because we're just. I mean, as and when we did stop to let everybody get together again. I mean, we weren't stopped for what, minute and a half, couple of minutes at the most.
It wasn't that long. No, it wasn't that long.
It was really short. And the problem that we've got is that either I was leading or Buster was leading. That was we were the kind of main ones, and we know the roads, so we're already at an advantage.
Yeah.
And so I think there was times certainly that we got carried away, him especially.
Me? Who, me?
Aye.
Never. Haven't been me. Yeah, it's just because that was the first time I'd been out. That's the first time I'd been out with that bike in a group, and I actually hadn't been doing that while on that bike. So down the roads that were kind of gravelly. So I don't. But where was Alan? He didn't go that road, did he? The one that I was broadsiding my bike doing corners and stuff.
No, it was Alan came with us. Unfortunately, Alan. So Alan and I went out once. The first time I met him, we went for a wee run on the bikes. And where did we go? The passes, because he hadn't been the passes.
Yeah.
And when he said he was coming to the Tour de Fafa, I says, right, well, the day that you're coming, we're planning to do the Ghost route. But as it turned out, we changed it. I think it was weather related. We decided, we decided we would just do the passes. So poor Alan got the passes again.
Good thing.
But we did a bit more.
Cracking roads, aren't they?
They're good roads. That's a good thing.
And there was more than just the two we did as well. There was at the after we came out of the Menick Pass, there was different different routes down there, weren't there?
Yes, I think what you and I just went up Dalveen and down Menick, and then this time I took you up past Crawford John, and then we got across over to Glespin and Muirkirk and Sorn and all these places. It was a nice day out.
Yeah, it was. I hadn't been to Lockdown before, so that was good.
Oh, had you not?
Whatever it's called, no.
All right,
so that was top quality.
Aye, and we were fairly lucky with the weather, so we did get some rain, but it wasn't horrendous. Well, it was horrendous, but it didn't last long.
Just one hailstones.
Aye.
It was just that I think it was Because when we done the coast route, we came back the quick way.
Mm-hmm.
That was the only bad bit of weather, and the only reason why I say that is because stupidly I changed my gloves to my summer gloves and then never changed them back. So my hands were freezing, my thumb was freezing. It was just, but apart from that, it was fine. It wasn't even that bad.
I mean, it was bad when coming out of Soren, heading over towards Luga, past Catrin. It was the day Alan was with us. It was chucking it down then. Meant when we took the wrong turn, and you, me, and Nick, we ended up having to stop at Luga to phone them.
Right, so what's next on the agenda then?
Next on the agenda is you, pal.
Me?
So
Me?
Buster is going to the ABR. You may have seen, I feel like I'm becoming the host here, but you may have seen some of his videos where he's talking about his camping solution. That's what he calls it.
That's because you're the hostess for the mostess.
So it was just really to talk about ABR, what your plans are, what your kit is, what have you done to prepare for it, all that kind of stuff.
So, yeah, with the ABR, I did consider taking a bigger tent, but I don't see the point. So I've got 2 single man tents, and one of them is a coffin style. Another one's like a half dome tent, which is the one I'm taking this time, called the Bobcat.
Bought one of them today.
See, you bought one today.
Yes.
The good thing with the Bobcat is, even though it's a single man tent, it's quite a small sleeping space. You can sit up in the front of it. So if you're not using it with a tarp, but if you wanted to make it a bigger space, like you would if you had a dome tent or a big 2-man or 3-man tent, you just add a tarp to it and a ground sheet, and you pretty much make your own tent. Good thing with that is it keeps it nice and small, nice and compact. And when I do big trips, I always like to take my camping gear with me, just in case, because I'd rather have it and not need it, and then need it and not have it.
So have you got enough room in the wee 1-man for all the the other gear you're taking?
You just keep it on the bike.
You
just keep it on the bike. It's just if you're doing it, and the only time I camp for more than one night is when I'm doing something like the ABR. Most of the time I'm riding, and then I stop, pitch my tent, go to sleep, wake up, break it down, and I'm off again. So I've actually got, I'll see if I can try and find it. I've got a picture. See if I can try and find this. So add that stage. So that's the setup that I used for doing the Great Tommy Sleep Out, which is my Fox 1. So it's pretty much, you use the ground sheet, and that's what you get undressed and stuff, and then your tarp becomes basically the front porch of your tent. That's probably set up. That's not the way I normally set it up, but it's very similar for doing the Bobcat.
With the tarp there, it's quite an extension, a little extension in it.
Yeah, so it just basically you're making an extension of your tent, and it keeps it nice and compact. So I don't know if you've seen the video when I'm talking about putting all my gear in my 18 litre. That bag's not that big, and I've got a full sleep system in there. But I can use a single man tent just to sleep in one night, or if I'm sleeping for a couple of nights, I can set up the tarp and make a bigger tent and a bigger sleeping area.
The benefit of the tarp is that you can use it to cook, because obviously you can't run your gas cooker inside your tent, so you can have that set up as your eating area, as well as somewhere just to as well as to break the rain coming in the door of the tent.
Yeah,
you just got an extra wee barrier.
I'll take pictures when I'm at the ABR the way I've got that set up. I'm going to do that set up, because rather than that being the way it is in that picture, my tarp's like a big bat wing. So it'll come up over the top of the tent, and then there's a pole in the middle, and you can actually lower each side or have it up. So you can, like, if the wind's coming, rain's coming this way, you just lower that side. It stops the rain and wind coming in, or vice versa. Or if you want to open it right up, you can open it right up. So I'll take pictures of it at the ABR. It's definitely a good setup.
Mhm.
And I've got spare poles and stuff, so I can extend it or shorten it or whatever. So ABR is going to be good. You were
Good.
invited one, but you didn't want to do it.
No,
'Cause
don't
you're a
want to
weirdo.
do it. So what other prep have you done to your bike to go to the ABR?
I've got new tyres.
Have
Tyres.
Have you
Yeah.
not just
So
bought the bike?
was that?
Have you not just bought it recently?
Yeah, but I
You've
changed
done
the
the
tyres.
tires on it?
Yeah,
Or
changed
just
it.
change them? No, from just because you wanted different ones.
Well, it's entire. I did it with the Africa Town as well. The Africa Twin came with Bridgestone. I think it was AX80s, and they were just road tyres. But as a tutor, and if you look at my videos, I do quite a bit of kind of green laning and gravel
Yeah.
and stuff. So on my previous bike, I had the Mitas Enduro Trail Pluses, that used to be called the EO7 Pluses. And I didn't like the tyres that came with the bike. They weren't very good, really. Don't get me wrong, I still did a forestry trail with them and managed to get through the forestry trail. But after having Mitas tyres, I just changed them straight away. And I'm doing the trails at the ABR, so I want to have decent 50-50 tyres. But yeah, what a difference it makes to the bike. What a difference it makes to it.
It's quite amazing what a set of tyres can do to a bike.
Yeah. It's as you the more you ride, if you're quite a new rider, you only really have that experience with tyres. But yeah, you kind of get a tyre and you kind of like it. And I ran the tyres for as long as I could before changing them. But
here.
they look chunky tyres. They might they're chunky. Well, I'll give you an example. Give me 2 minutes. Talk amongst yourselves.
Yes, I take it you stopped painting, Nige. He was painting this week. What I'm going to say as well, while he's coming back.
Okay, I wasn't that long away.
Right.
Everything's behind me because I stored everything in this wee ducket. So, how chunky the tyres are. That's a tyre gauge. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
Right. And that goes up to, that's 20 mil. And that doesn't even touch the inside of the tread. I took it out and I went, oh, fucking hell, that's quite big. So it's got a big, it is chunky, but with the Mitas I found with them, because it's actually got like a road pattern. So you don't get the rumble. You get really good water. The water spreads away for the tyre. Yeah, I couldn't get that word out there.
I can see you struggling.
So it feels like a road tyre. But then you've got the ability just to go off-road gravel, and it just does it, you don't even notice it. You don't notice it. Brilliant. Love Mitas tyres. And they don't sponsor me, so Mitas. Please sponsor me.
Can you go off-road at the ABR then? Do they have like
they've got so they've got trails. So you've got like there's a beginner trail. They've got the intermediate, and then they've got the tech trail, which is the one the Bog of Doom.
Yeah.
So I'll be doing all of them. I will be going through the Bog of Doom.
Get your money's worth anyway.
He's paid for it. He's going to be doing it.
I'm going to be doing it. It's good experience. It's good because if you're a beginner doing off road, you can actually go and they'll teach you how to ride off road. And the beginner one's quite simple. It's nothing too extreme. But it's good. It's good experience.
Good stuff. Just when you're using the beginner label, so Alan here, Tarkadal's badge logo is Beginner Motorcycle Journeys.
Yep.
Now, can I just say that Alan's now on his second bike. He's been over in Ireland.
Third technically, I suppose.
Third technically, okay.
81125.
So I think we should have a petition that he takes off the beginner motorcyclist, because he's not a beginner anymore.
I still every time I'm on it, there's something where you think, oh Jesus.
What, you make
Like,
a mistake? Everybody makes mistakes. Every ride
no,
you do something that you think, shouldn't have done that.
you're always learning though. I mean, like
Yeah.
how long have you guys been riding now? I know Buster said considerable amount of time.
A long time. A long time.
I'm ashamed to admit I passed my test in 1983.
Fucking, that was 3 years after. That was 3 years after I was born. I passed my test in 1996.
Did you see Todge's comment?
No.
My granddaughter has just said, "What language do they speak?"
Jockinese.
Jockinese.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
Can you get subtitles?
George wasn't born then. I pull the other one, mate.
So I 96 I passed my test. So it's been it's nearly what age am I now? That age.
96. So you've been, wait a minute. So 96. So you've been riding for 30 years.
30 years, aye.
Yeah, then.
My maths are shit. I've admitted that.
Yes. So he's been riding for 30. He's been riding for 30 years and still hasn't learned not to be a lunatic.
You only live once, didn't you? You only live once.
Well, that's it. But the thing is, though, I mean, I think you've got a massive advantage just now because you've come off a big bike. I mean, the Africa Twin was a big bike, and you've gone on to the Tenere now, and you say yourself, it's like a BMX to you.
It is. It's like a BMX. It's you don't feel it. It's just it's good. But the only way you get experience is by riding all different bikes. It's
riding all different roads.
And riding all different roads as well. Because you get people who just stick to buy a bike and they stick to a bike and just stick to that style and just stick to that sort of thing. And you don't, you're experienced on that bike or that style of bike, but you're not experienced on anything else because you never know. You don't know what you're going to come across on a tour or anything like that. Do you know what I mean? So you need to kind of get yourself not even used to riding different roads and unpaved roads and stuff, but just the ability to get yourself out it. Do you know what I mean? If you have to. I mean, because me and Gary have spoken about this before when we've done it. We've done a couple of tours together, and we came to a road where we could either just go through gravel. They dug up the road right through the whole village. I don't think we were meant to go through the village, but we decided we'd go through it anyway. Or we had to detour, and the detour was a lot longer, and we just went, go for it. And that's the sort of thing you need to kind of be aware of, because you might come across a road where you can't turn back. The only way is forward. So just, as long as you get through safely, that's the main thing.
You just ditch it at the side of the road.
Or ditch it and phone your pal, come and get me.
Yeah. I mean, what I said, I went up when I had my bald tyres, and I met Buster and the boys up at One Head, and we did that absolutely bloody terrible rough forest road. I said, well, what's the worst that can happen? You know, I've got 3 other guys to help me lift it if I fall off.
Which is just as well weird.
But I'd need it. But the having crash bars is actually it relaxes you about it, because an example was Joe came to go. He had, I don't know what had happened, but he had come off his bike, or his bike had fallen over. I don't know what the story was, but he broke fairings down one side, and it cost him £2,000 to get them replaced. And that would concentrate your mind. Whereas if you get crash bars that you can sand down and paint back up again, it relaxes you an awful lot. Certainly relaxed me. If I drop it, I drop it. As long as I'm not underneath it, it's fine.
That's the thing when I spoke to the boys and do Morgan, we've got the Teneres as well, and I've said to Stephen, if you're going to take your bike off-road, you need to be prepared you're going to drop it.
Mhm.
you're gonna drop it. It's no if you drop it. It's just it's when
You're going to drop it.
you're going to drop it. You're going to drop it. But that's what you need to be prepared for. And if
Right.
you bought a bike like an Africa Twin or an NT 1100 and stuff, I didn't really care. Once my bike had fell outside the house and put a big dent in the tank, after that I didn't really care.
Yeah. Once
But
it's fallen the first time.
that's it.
Nigel's saying that Joe's blew over in the wind. He's also saying that he can't wait to edit the footage where we went down that back road towards Newton Stewart. I think it was where did we go? Creetown. The back road.
I keep waiting for Toz to put that video up because him laughing at me the whole way down that road was brilliant. It was brilliant.
It was good fun.
And that's what happened to my Africa Twin. Just talking about Joe's NT 1100. That's exactly what happened to my bike. Was my bike was outside the house on its centre stand, and it was just like a big kite. It just as soon as the wind hit it, it fell over. So in the wind, you're better off if your bike's out. Most my opinion and experience, if your bike's out in the wind, take it off the centre stand and put it on the side stand because the chances it falling is very, very slim. Yeah.
I dropped the Benelli 3 times, I think.
Was that?
I dropped the Benelli 3 times. Once wheeling it out of the drive, forgot to put the stand down. Once at Gretna, just outside, was stopped at a crossing, a green man, and just went. And then in a car park, I just dumped the clutch and fell right over there.
Yeah,
but every time the crash bar just, there was no other damage except the scuff on the crash bar. It was
it's. I mean, it's one of the reasons why I wish I had. I've got white crash bars because just to match in the bike. But I'd rather have black because black, you just a bit of satin black paint and it's brand new again. Getting a white match is a more difficult thing. But yeah, you're going to drop it at some stage. Hey, if you're going to ride a bike, you're going to fall off or drop it. It's just a fact of life.
Aye.
Just a fact.
I don't know many times, just looking off that bike is quite light. I don't know many times I've had to turn a corner on a car scheme, I've pulled the front brake and the thing's just, I just stand it back up, just looking if I'm quite tall and it's quite small.
Aye. No, it's there's no need to be embarrassed about it. It happens. We all accept that. I mean, like a tour that we did, Buster and I did with Haggis and that. Now Haggis dropped his bike, and he was absolutely mortified that he dropped his bike. Nobody else cared, but he kept going on about it, and it happens. It happens. The fact that he nearly put his head through a car window at the time.
I know.
But it just happens.
It does. It happens. I think it was just an embarrassment thing. He did it. He was leading the tour. He went into the car park first, and it just happened that when he pulled in, his foot gave away, or he stood on something and it rolled, and it pushed him over. But nobody cared.
No.
Nobody cared. So it just so happens I got it on video. He'd button an Audi. It happens. It happens.
Aye, it's something that you can do what you want to stop yourself from doing it, but it is going to happen. I mean, it's not some stupid like nearly running out of petrol or something like that, but you know what I mean.
Get it fucking up you. I never nearly ran out of petrol. I was saved.
You were saved.
That was the first thing I said when I bought that bike. First thing, before I even rode it, I said that I'm going to have to get a bigger tank.
You did.
So,
okay.
Happens.
It happens. So, are we going to talk about the taboo subject, Alan? Buster.
I see. You're confusing. You're even confusing Turkey now.
I know.
You think you're talking to him? What taboo subject? What have I done now? How would I want to put this?
Well, I'll lead you into it if you want to do it.
You lead me into it because
right. So YouTube, I started off using GoPros and thought they were shite. Frankly, it was GoPro 9s and 10s I had, and I thought they were garbage. So I went to DJI, and then I met Alan and Buster. Sorry, confusing. And I've been trying since I met him to go to DJI. And what he said is, I'm not going to DJI. I'm not going to DJI. And he's really, I mean, adamant, I'm not going to DJI. So, Buster, what have you bought?
I bought a DJI.
I bet you wish I didn't have to lead you into that.
I bought a DJI Action 5. It comes tomorrow. So I'll go into the reason why I chose. I mean, the GoPro 12 has done me good. I started with a GoPro 10, which is the one I'm using for my webcam. And then I went to the 12. There's nothing wrong with it. Still works. Works fine. But during the Tour de Faf, when I was editing the videos, I made the kind of realization that I don't need the camera facing me, which was normally the GoPro 11 Mini, or then when that the GoPro 10. And then I started thinking about how I'm going to do the audio and stuff. And I think the way that it kind of made the decision for me that I'm going to go for the DJI Action 5. So it's going to sound weird the way I'm going to do it. So obviously I'm going to the ABR. I can't afford to just be dumping money on loads of brand new cameras. So I bought the Action 5 first, which is the first one that's going to change. I'm obviously going to be using the audio is going to come through the Mini, and then I'm going to get a DJI Mic 2, and that's going to do the audio for the Cardo. And then just now I'm still going to use the Insta360, which I'm going to use the other Mic Mini so I can sync it up. But eventually I'm going to go for a DJI 360. And then that's it. I'm just going to have an Action 5 as my point of view camera. And then the 360 I'm going to use as either facing me, turning round, and other stuffs. So yeah, I've went to the dark side and I'm now going DJI. But I need to do it in bits. I can't afford to do it all in one go. I've just dropped over $8,000 on a brand new bike. And I'm going to have to date
camera to go with it.
And a new camera to go with it.
Yeah.
Is that the latest one?
No, it's the 6 is the latest one. Because we had the discussion, me and Teuchter had the discussion of me going for a 4, but just the way I want to do my audio. I want to do 2 channels.
Sorry to interrupt, Buster, but Paul there, Old Man the Bandit,
yep,
there's a spare Mic 2 you can have for free.
Oh, come on. I like free stuff.
I'll tell you that's actually that. Do you know your timing couldn't be better, mate? Because Buster's coming down to my house tomorrow to borrow one of mine. But that would be absolutely awesome. I think Buster would absolutely love that.
I would actually, aye.
So
could I get it before I go to ABR?
What I'm going to do, Alan, is I'm going to send Paul your email address.
Yeah.
And you can speak to each other, and I'll send you his as well.
Yeah.
So talk amongst yourselves while I do that.
So are you going for the 360, the DJI 360?
I'll eventually go for the 360. I'll go for the DJI 360 because it makes sense because it takes the same batteries as the 5. It makes it a bit easier.
That's one thing the DJI lot's got right in it.
Yeah, definitely.
The shared batteries.
It took me a while. It was more. I was happy with the GoPro. Mine had never gave me any issues apart from that one. That just stopped working. But I think it was because it was constantly powered by the bike. I think I've just fried it. But as I said, it was I'm just reading Peaky's thing with there. Peaky, I'll talk about that in a minute. Aye, so it was just that edit that I did for the faff just made me realise I don't need 2 cameras on the bike and a 360. I just need my helmet cam and a 360, and that's it. Peaky, yeah. So according to Teuchter, I think the 360 app is better now than it was before Teuchter. Is that right?
Definitely. The 360 app when it first came out was absolutely garbage. I didn't like the Insta 360 much, and it was just I then went to the DJI, and the software was terrible. It's a million times excuse me, a million times better than it used to be. Yeah, it's good. Right, I'm just doing this email. I've sent you Paul's email address, Buster, and I'm just sending Paul yours.
I'll get my 360 probably after the ABR. I'm going to have it all for doing the Gibraltar trip.
Oh yeah, when's that again?
So 5th of September. So start off with the Action 5, and then I'll get the 360 when I come back, and then just before I go to Gibraltar, I'll get the Neo. I think the Neo.
Does it make it easier for the editing with the DJI 360 and the DJI Action 5, or does it not make any difference? It's a separate app anyway.
It's separate app, so I've never used the DJI 360. So, but the Insta 360. So what I do with mine is I edit it in the app first on my phone, get it to do what I want it to do, and then I send it because I've got Apple everything. I just airdrop it to my Mini Mac or my Mac Mini, and then I just add it in to my edit on a.
You just use your phone to do it. Yeah,
I use my phone. Just my phone. Right. And then I can then, through Peaky's advice, I went to Filmora now for my editing app, and it's not as complicated as DaVinci, but
that's what I use Filmora.
It wasn't as basic as LumaFusion. So you can do the multicam and stuff, and as long as you've got the audio good on the 360, it will sync no problem, and it's easy just to chop and. So Filmora is definitely a brilliant bit of software, and now you can do shots with it as well. So it's like one stop, edit your video, post that up onto YouTube, and then you can put it onto the shots, and it'll make you shots, and you can post all your shots as well off of one bit. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. But yeah, so that's it. I'm DJI now. DJI. So that's all I need for the ABR. Is my other mic mini's coming tomorrow. My Action 5's coming tomorrow, and I just need the mic too, so I can do the.
I've got a message for Alan from Alec, the Adventures of Blee review. He can't join on the chat because he's watching it on the telly, but he says, "Tell Alan I did not mean to leave him behind. It was that junction. It was that junction we came out of that held us up, and you buggers like to wring the necks of your bikes. So I just had to keep up with you. So it's our fault." Fair enough.
I was blaming them anyway, Alex.
So, Paul, Old Man and a Bandit, I've sent you an email with Alan's contact detail, Buster's contact details. Buster, I've sent you Paul's. That is absolutely awesome. That would be fantastic.
That is amazing. Thank you very much. That'll save me stealing teuchters.
Aye. Well, because that'll work for you if I get in touch with each other, because it actually is one of the things that's leading me on to one of the other topics. If you want, you're ready to shift on now.
I am ready to shift on.
Aye.
Now that I've come to the dark side with DJI.
Because I should probably say that one of the things I was going to say is that Alan Tarkadal is, I mean, the only reason I've met him and he's met the rest of us is because we've got channels and we do YouTube. It's, I mean, I wouldn't have been in touch with Buster if I didn't do YouTube and he didn't do YouTube. It's utterly brilliant, and there's an example of the kind of the YouTube community that we've got. Is that, you know, Paul's offering a spare mic too to Buster. Now, he's never met Buster. In fact, I've never met Paul. I've spoken on the phone spoken via email a few times, but the whole YouTube community thing is absolutely awesome. And Alan, I'm going to address this at you because you're kind of new to riding. So I'm going to go to you first, and then I'm going to go to Buster. How much of an effect has doing YouTube had on your biking, as in the circle of people that you know? I know that I kind of know the answer, but tell us in your own words.
Yes, it is crazy actually how much difference it is. It's like you say, you're watching your stuff because you were local, essentially, and then again you just shove the comments in, don't you? You used to get chatting, and then that kind of branches out. The people you mention follow, like Nige and Steve and all those guys. Buster, of course. It's just crazy how the web keeps growing, and you start watching the different things. I mean, then Tour de Faf was an example of meeting everybody.
Yeah,
and you kind of feel like you know them when you meet them. Yeah.
So I'm going to go over that way to Buster. So Alan's new, and it's had that effect. Buster, you've been riding for a lot longer, but you've not been on YouTube, or you've not been doing motovlogs on YouTube for that long. How much of a difference has that made to your sort of biking community? Put it that way.
So when obviously I had my mates that I rode with before YouTube, as you've met, Andy and William and stuff like that, and it's but YouTube's made when I did the first ride out, which was the Scottish Motovlogger weekend. That's when I met Peaky, and me and Peaky, Brian, got on really well because both of us are ex-squaddies, and we got on really well. And I met you, me and you got on really well. So, and it just led on from there. It's yeah, I wouldn't have went to the ABR if it wasn't for YouTube. I wouldn't have went on Scottish Motovlogger weekend. I wouldn't have went on the Tour de Faf. Yeah, it's brilliant, and you get to meet. It is quite strange because it's people that you've never. Sometimes it's people that you've never met in real life.
Mm-hmm.
But when you meet them,
people you wouldn't meet as well, isn't it?
Yes,
you feel like you know them.
Totally, yeah.
And it's quite. It's good. It's good. It's been me and Peaky don't really see each other. I think the last time I seen Peaky in the flesh was last year in the ABR. And then we'll meet up at the ABR, have a few beers and chat shit and have a laugh and stuff.
Especially the the inbred Dumfries-anness. It like turns out Ron's missus works with my brother, and
well, that's right, aye. Because the funny thing is, I mean, what makes it even more confusing? I mean, my wife was saying, because I was talking about you, Alan, and obviously talk about Buster, but I sometimes call Buster Alan because that's his name, and I she's getting confused. You know, who are you talking about? Because it's obviously a YouTubey person, biker person, and she doesn't know which one it is. So she's given me strict instructions to call Buster, and that's fine. But what makes it even more confusing is that you both got brothers called Gary, and Alan Tarkadal's brother works with my wife. So it just gets a bit confusing. She gets a wee bit confused. But anyway, as Buster was saying, I mean, I started YouTube, well, just coming on 2 years now. My first meet up was Haggis's meetup, the Vlogger Weekender. And I was very new to YouTube, and it was daunting to say the least until I got there. and as you say, you kind of just get into the swing of it then. And as a result, I've not been able to get rid of Alan Buster since, you know.
No fucking bad thing, you know, by the way, knowing me. Quite a nice guy, you know.
I know that. We wouldn't be mates otherwise.
No, that's true. That's true. But it is. It's strange. That's how I wanted you to go to the ABR this year to see what it's like. It's not as bad as what it seems. It is busy, but
Right.
you end up finding that it's just strange because PK was at one end at the ABR at camping. Me and Gary at the other, and it's just amazing that you walk into that bar and you just happen to bump into each other every night and have a drink, have a laugh, and you meet people like Dave Perry for Really Good TV, and we've supposed to be better mention for Peaky's benefit. Peaky got to meet his idol, Adam Neiman. So it's and even Adam Neiman just talks as if. So I mean, it's just he's just a general bloke, and then this I'm a big YouTube star stuff, but it's good. It's good.
No, but the thing is, I mean, we've all kind of started from the same place.
Yeah.
I mean, we're at kind of 3 levels here than now. Alan's got less subs. I've got a bit more. You've got a lot more, and it's just we're all at different levels, but we all started at the same place.
So can I just take this opportunity
yes,
to say anybody in the side chat, if he's fancy just jumping over to Takadil's channel, give him a like, and we'll try and get him up to 100 subs the night.
We want to get him up to. We would ideally love to get him up to 100 subs.
100 subs. So if
if we can,
subbed him, please go over and just sub to his channel. That would be well appreciated. Well appreciated.
So just while we're talking about Alan, so Alan works and he's just recently got a new job. So he's not got as much spare time as he once had. Let's put it that way. And you said you've put in a post recently, Alan, that you were struggling to get content up and things.
Yeah.
You want to tell us a wee bit about it?
I mean,
is it a lack of mojo, or is it you tired with work, or what is it?
I think one leads to the other, really. So I did some recording. So when I was away in Mull, so I got the first Mull video out. I think maybe even the second. I can't remember now. But so there's loads of footage left there. But sitting at the computer after a day of sitting at the computer is not appealing in the least at the minute, and it feels like a bit more of an effort than it did in the last job.
Yeah. So when you used to work from home,
the way I used to put it, skiving from home.
Skiving from home.
Well, the Glasgow commute adds 3 hours on my day, so
yeah. And you're there a lot more often, aren't you?
It's at least 3 or 4 days a week now. So it's a long.
I hope the pay rise was worth
it. Oh, of course. It's not for fun. No, but only 15 years to join you in retirement.
So, yeah. It's I can highly recommend it. It's the way to go. No, it's brilliant. But I'm really quite bad at forgetting that people actually have to work. And I'll say, right, okay, I'll come and meet you on Tuesday. No, I'm working. So yeah.
Do you fancy doing like I don't know if you know a channel called RTG, Riding Through Grief?
Yeah.
Craig. Craig. He does a lot of his. Well, I don't know if he still does. I've not seen a post for him for a while, right enough. But he did a lot of his on his commute to work.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Would you think about doing it kind of that style? We're kind of talking about your experiences as a new rider and how you're feeling about riding through traffic and.
No, well, I think I did a test run up, like say, to the office.
Didn't like it much
last week. Again, the motorway is just the motorway, isn't it? That's thing. But once you got to the last stretch, just when you get off the M74 going into Glasgow itself, it's like wacky races. Being from the small town, it's not wasn't exactly pleasant.
But you get it. But again, it goes back to what Buster was saying earlier on, is that, you know, the more you do it, the more you get used to it, and then before you know it, you'll be filtering like a pro.
I know. And that hour and a half to get to your work turns into 45 minutes.
and the journey home turns into 4 hours.
Yeah, that's it, isn't it?
That's the only downside of my job, is that I've said that to my boss. I wish he would let me do my job on my bike, because I would definitely enjoy it a lot more. Because I cover the whole of Scotland and Northern England and Northern Ireland and Ireland. So I'd love to do that. I'd love to do my job on my bike, but I just can't do it. Yeah. I need to make phone calls and
to be fair, they give you a decent car to do your job in. To be fair,
yeah. To be fair,
it's a pretty decent car.
It's quite a fancy car. Do you know what I mean? It is. I'm due a new one shortly, and it's meant to be a BMW. So,
what mileage do you do in a year in your work?
My last, in a year and a half, I did 150,000 mile my last car. In a year and a half, but 50,000 miles every 6 months.
Jesus, that's about the same. I had a guy up. I've got Crocodile Garage Door, and I just got it fairly recently, but it's causing me problems. So I had the guy up to look at it, and he said the same. He says he got his van in December, and he's at 50,000 miles already in it. So that's about the same as you.
Really? I've only had that car. I've only had that car. Not even a year. Not even a year, I don't think. It's got 80,000 mile on it already. So that one's, I've no hammered that one as what I did the last time. I'm more because I know how my I've got to know all my customers and all my clients and stuff, so I can kind of plan where I'm going to go and get all the jobs done. Like, I can go down to Newcastle once a week and I can get like 5 or 6 jobs done in a day. So I don't daze many more. I'm not up and down all the time to Newcastle or up and down north all the time. I can just go, right, Tuesday's Aberdeen day. And I'll day all the way up to Aberdeen and all the way back. And then I'll go down to Newcastle once a week, or I'll go down to kind of Lake District or north of Cumbria another day, and then I'll do Edinburgh another day. So I'm cutting my mileage down, because I can just say to my customers, no, I'm not coming to see you that day, I'm coming to see you that day. So I think that's why this car's not got as many miles as my last one. But that is what it is. But I'd love to do it on my bike. I'd love to do my job on my bike. It would be brilliant. That is right. Cool.
So you want to tell us, Alan, what your experience of your first live stream is? Are you coming back, or have we scared you off?
Well, I can't talk about it on the live. No,
this isn't your OnlyFans, by the way. So,
well, that's why the camera's up here.
Yeah, right, okay. Yeah.
No, it's been nice. It's been good.
I guess I'm. Well, you go, Alan. You go.
It's been nice to chat to you.
It gets easier. The first one's always you're a wee bit like a deer in headlights, but you forget. If you're used to talking on the camera, doing your videos and stuff, it gets easier. I used to dread them. You actually start looking forward to them. But yeah, why not? Why not come back if you're free?
Yes.
It's only once a month at the end of the day. So
let us know.
We've got a couple of things planned between the ABR and Gibraltar. So if you fancy coming, we're going to do a camping trip up north to try out the camping gear. So if you want to come with us, you're more than welcome.
Oh, yeah, well, let us know the details.
We're going to Glencoe. We haven't decided when we're going yet. but it's after the
Oh
ABR,
yeah, you've been
obviously.
talking about that for a while, haven't you?
I've been talking about that for ages, and then I keep meaning to go and keep meaning to go, and one thing or another happens, and then because Buster and me are going to Gibraltar, we want to test out the camping gear. So I says, right, how do you fancy going to Glencoe? And he says, right, that's where we'll go then. It's as good a place as any, and it's not that far, you know. From my house, well, depending on what way we go, obviously, but the most direct route, it's only about 180 miles, 190 miles, something like that.
And we're going to do it over 2 nights. We're going to do 2 nights because we want to test putting the tents up, sleeping in them, putting them away,
Moving on.
yeah, riding, putting them back up to sea. Do you know what I mean? Because you need to kind of get in a routine of putting it in back in your bags right, and the best way to put it in. So we're going to do that.
But we do plan to stop at caravan or camping sites, don't we?
It's
well, certainly for one of the nights.
For one of the nights, I mean. But as long as we're getting to put the tent up, doesn't matter where you're putting it. It's just to put the tent up. Do you know what I mean? It's to test that with nothing else.
I'm not sure how much camping's for me in my glass back, mind you. That's the only.
You just need it's just getting the right gear. That's what it is. I mean, I don't know if you've got the same blow up mattress as me, have you? The wee
it's the wee thing.
The wee red one.
The wee thing with the pump in the bottom of it.
No, mine's just like a wee red one. It's got a.
Well, I know what. Right, we don't need to know about that, but tell us about your mattress.
That's thick, and it's so it depends on the mattress that you buy. The blow up mattress. It's not like the old days where it's like a bit of cardboard you're sleeping on.
Aye.
You can get really good mattresses now that fold down really, really tight and really fit in your. I got camping out of my system while I was in the military. Flat cap.
Yeah.
Jerry,
you can probably,
Jerry. You've been looking
Jerry,
in the
background
here.
This is. I'll show you this one. This is what I used for doing the Great Tommy Sleeper. That's a
proper military one.
That's a proper military Arctic one, and it's got a bivvy in it. So I've got loads of camping gear.
Aye. Nice.
No, but the camping thing, I actually enjoy camping, and even though I was in the army, I do actually enjoy it. I prefer to camp than a hotel.
Yeah. Nice says, watch you if you take a bin liner with you.
Oh, how many bin liners?
There's a story there from the two.
There's a story, but we can't say that. It's just no a story
leave
for
it to that.
I had to cut that out my video. That story. That'd have been on a watch list. That one. It was fun and games.
So we're coming close to the kind of roundup. But anybody got anything else you want to chat about before we finish?
I know it's my live stream, but you seem to have got all the questions because you're good at it and I'm not.
You're perfectly good at it, but the trouble with you is once you get on a subject, it's shutting you up. You know, stop.
I just need to tell me to shut up. I cut my
no,
mic.
He gets. No, it's Buster's live stream. I'm just. It's no me, but.
I was just looking forward to the ABR.
You know, it's the whole Rupert thing again, isn't it? Keep him
taking over and all that, trying to tell me what to do. That's what it is. I'm looking forward to the ABR. The ABR's it can't come quick enough, put it that way. I've had that much of a bad week this week with Mark. It can't come quick enough. I can't wait till Wednesday morning and I'm on the road heading south. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. I'm getting to use my new camera. I just got an email there saying it's on its way.
Excellent.
So, yeah. Brilliant. Yeah, we'll
right.
That's us done another. So, we'll do our usual. We'll go through thanking people who've joined us. If I've missed anybody, let me know. So, we've got the Grumpy Biker. We've got Dumb Gal Rider. old man on a
Oh, Dumgal Rider, just before, I don't know if he's still there, because he was right at
fucking
the very
rip-up
start.
start. I mean, interrupting you and all that.
Sorry, mate, but he's doing. I've just started watching. He did a trip down to Spain.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to more of these videos. Sorry, right? That's all I'm saying.
Is that because? But just remember, is this you trying to work out what you're going to do when you're going down through Spain?
Aye.
Just remember, I'm a bit more off-roady than him.
Aye, that's fair enough.
So it might not be the same route. It might be different routes.
That's how I'm getting Mighty Styres.
Mighty Styres, of course. Mighty are the best. Thank you, Teuchteronabike. Who else we got? Howie 702.
What's Howie there? Hi, Howie.
Howie come in. They will all be at Red Bombs now.
Aye.
Who else have we got? Peaky Biker.
The star of the show, Old Man and a Bandit, Paul.
Old Man and a Bandit. Thank you very much again. You'll be getting an email as soon as this live gets cut off. I think that's it. We missed anybody? No?
Flat Cap Cafe Racer.
Flat Cap Cafe there. So,
Jerry.
thank you everybody for joining the live stream. It was a bright one again. Thank you to Takadal and teuchteronabike for being the ripper.
Yeah, cheers,
Keep us
guys.
right. And hopefully Takadal comes back on again. And we'll have another wee chat. We'll think of other stuff to talk about. So if you two want to stay on while I end the live stream, we'll have a wee chat afterwards. So thanks very much. Please like, subscribe and share all the 3 channels. Stay safe, stay rubber side down, and remember, take life one mile at a time. Catch you later.
Bye.